It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely... I'm almost there! Random... Why are there so many stairs? Podcast. Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the absolutely completely random podcast for Saturday, July 11th, 2020. I almost said June there. July, Andrew. Come on. Crap. So welcome to the podcast. I'm Andrew Rhodes. I'm your host, as usual, here at the sunny Web Designer 18 studios located in scenic my bedroom, because that's where I record my fan off in the distance, my laptop in front of me, my microphone right here next to me, and me bringing you the topics of the week. Speaking of which, what do I have in store this week? Believe it or not, a one-of-a-kind action RPG Crosscode game is out on consoles. It actually looks pretty cool from the pictures that I saw. Anime buzzwords of 2020. So what are the top 3 buzzwords for anime fans of the year 2020? You're going to love this. I have an Ultraman topic this week because Shout Factory is set to stream all the Mill Creek Entertainment Ultraman library. It's actually kind of cool because I've actually started getting back into Ultraman, actually, so that's really cool. I have a Gridman topic, and it's not good news for those of you hoping for the Akane manga spinoff. It has sadly been canceled. HBO Max has acquired Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, Food Wars, and Tower of God. Oh boy. There's a Zoids Wild game coming to the Nintendo Switch in October. I'm looking forward to that. And we're actually going to get it here in the West. Yay! Monster Rancher 2 is apparently getting a port for Switch and smartphones this fall, and possibly a couple other topics, depending on how much time and how much of these topics I go through. But, as always, you know the song and dance by now. Check out my eBay page, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. I have a wide variety of stuff. I am trying to get more stuff up. I'm working on it as quickly as I can. I've had a long week, so please be patient. I'm trying. I'm a one-person operation. I do my eBay page, I do my YouTube channel, I work, I deal with stuff like that, annoyances all around me, and it just gets draining a lot, and yeah, it's just one of those types of things. But anyway, check out my eBay page, like I said, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay, all lowercase. Don't forget to check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. Check out my Twitter page, @OtakuRhodes. And don't forget to thumbs up, thumbs down this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And ring the bell notification to be notified when new videos drop, like my Andrew Rants videos, Andrew Discusses, more of the podcast, the monthly Q&A, and much more. Because, hey, here at Web Designer 18, I'm constantly trying to come up with new and entertaining things. Failing, but I'm trying. Alright, so this is the part where I usually talk about how my week went, and let me just explain this way. If I want to compare this week to the dumpster fire week that I had a while back, this is like a close second. This week has sucked. So, besides the fact that it is hot as hell all week, I mean, where temperatures just would not get out of the 90s, like the upper 80s to low 90s. It would just not get out of that. My room was an oven. I recorded some videos Tuesday night. I was sweating profusely. I got up for work Wednesday morning. I was still sweating. I got to the parking lot at work on Wednesday. I was still sweating. Working at work, I was sweating. I was getting tired. I actually was starting to see a light. I was starting to see a bright light. I'm not even joking. I was seriously starting to see a nice bright light. I was feeling really run down. My supervisor noticed that. She brought me in a bottle of water then on Friday, so that was really nice of her. I do thank her for that. But, yeah, so apparently I was grumpy on Wednesday because I wasn't getting any sleep. Well, I have my fan on, and I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone or not, but I have that on. I have my alarm clock. It's an alarm clock radio. I have the volume on that as loud as it'll go. Now, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning so that I can shower and be out the door. Although now, no, that actually works. I gotta be there at 6, so yeah. Basically, yeah, because I gotta be there by 6, so I'm leaving at 5. That's right. I was like, wait a minute, what time? I leave. I get up at 4. I'm leaving at 5, so I gotta be there by 6. So basically, so I can hear my fan, so I can hear my alarm go off, I have to not have my fan on, because on the lowest setting, which is what I have it on now, it'll drown out my radio. And that's bad. And it's like, and my boss was, the store manager was like, so why were you grumpy? Well, why are you hot? Oh, that's right, you don't have air conditioning. No, I don't have air conditioning. And on top of that, so I can get up and hear my alarm clock off, I can't have my fan going either. Because then that's too loud, and it's going to drown out my alarm clock, and I'm not going to hear it, and I'm going to be late. And it's like, yeah, that's wonderful. And I'm like, and you're basically asking why I'm grumpy? Well, to add into that the fact that I'm hot, miserable, and I'm at least 5 ounces of sweat stuck to my shirt and pants from having to book it to get all of my work done, or at least as much of it as we could get done on Wednesday. I think all of that factors into why I'm not in the happiest of moods. It's hot. I doubt highly anybody's ever happy when it's hot out. I sure as hell am not. And that was just Wednesday and yesterday. Because Friday was fun. It's like, the manager came in. It's like, are you not grumpy? You're not grumpy today like you were Wednesday, are you? Are you grumpy today? I don't think myself, I wasn't grumpy. I was tired. Well, why are you so tired? The heat! The heat makes me tired. What the hell? That's a stupid question to ask me. And that's me saying that in the back of my head. But that was most of my week. The rest of it was basically dealing with the heat. We started watching Knight Rider. So that's pretty cool. We're watching that. We're still in season 1 yet. But I love that show. The old 1982 Knight Rider, Kit, The Night Industries 2000. I love that show. I did not know that Peter Cullen did the voice of Carr until we got to that episode. My mom saw it in the credits. We're like, that sounds like Optimus Prime. It can't be Optimus Prime. It sounds like Optimus Prime. So we're looking at the end credits, and she saw it all the way down at the bottom of the screen. Carr's Peter Cullen. It's like, that was him! That was Optimus! I was like, oh god, that was cool! Because I'm like, that would be really neat if they could have gotten Peter Cullen and William Daniels to basically be the same car, but one's evil, one's good. I'm just like, that would be hilarious. But yeah, so they did, and I was really excited about that. But then that was that. That's pretty much been my week so far. It's just been one of those horrible, not getting enough sleep because of the heat, not getting enough, I pretty much emptied a 2-liter of soda on Wednesday. I literally made a bottle of Dr. Pepper my bitch. I downed it. I'm like, I was looking at my bottle that I was usually put my drink in, and I'm just like, and I'm looking at the bottle, I'm looking back at it, I'm looking back at the bottle, I'm looking back at my cup, and I'm like, nah, screw it. I just took the 2-liter bottle with me, sat down in the living room, and I downed that. There was nothing left of it. And I was still thirsty yet. And I know somebody out there is going to go, but that's just dehydrating you more. It's also a placebo effect if you know how to do it. Basically, if you're telling yourself that you're drinking something, you're tricking your body into thinking you are drinking something. I'm the type of person, I can't stand drinking water excessively. When I've had the stomach flu a couple times, and I hate it when you have to drink nothing but water to flush your system out. I can't stand the taste of water after a while. I get sick and tired of the taste. Because all of a sudden it's like, ugh. And it's like you can just taste every single thing in the water then, because you're drinking it constantly. And it's like, no. Ugh. No. So yeah, that was my entire, week so far. It hasn't been fun. Hopefully this coming week will be better, but let me put it to you this way. Unless I foresee hell freezing over within the next, I want to say 24 to 48 hours, I don't see this week being any better. Seriously. But yeah, so that was my week. Let's get into the podcast. We got a lot to talk about. It's going to be a fun episode. Okay, so this topic definitely, it interests me when I read it earlier this week. It's on Kotaku. So apparently, back in October of 2018, a solo PC action RPG disguised as a retro 2D fantasy MMO came out, and it was called Crosscode. It's the author of the article quickly put it at the top game of 2018's list for them, and this is actually pretty cool. And, I mean, I've seen the screenshots of this thing. This does look pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. It almost seems like I actually kind of want to say that to me, it almost looks like Golden Sun in a way, like that style of background and character sprites, and I do appreciate that. I mean, okay, well, the character sprites look a little, like, less detailed, but still. Either way, not bad. I do gotta appreciate that. So, Crosscode, though, tells the tale of the story of Leia, but on Thursday, it finally came out for consoles. So now everybody can love it. And, I mean, it's pretty cool. So it's coming out now on consoles. It's out now. You can check it out. But basically, it tells the story of Leia, a blue-haired girl who finds herself trapped inside Crosswords, a fictional, massively multiplayer online role-playing game, or MMORPG. I love it when I can use acronyms. I love doing that with, like, my mom, and it's like, oh, Mom, it's just an MMORPG. She just looked at me the one time like, what does that mean? Massive multiplayer online role-playing game. Or like, I think it was last week or the week before when I talked about that Pokemon MOBA game. And I told her what the acronym was for it. It was pretty funny. But unlike the other characters she encounters on her 40 to 80 hour adventure, she's unable to log out. Yeah, why does that sound familiar? Dot hack sign. Dot hack sign. I'm sorry. I have a bit of I have allergies. I'm sorry. So forced to play in order to uncover her lost memories and figure out the mystery behind her trapped state. She's joined on her quest by members of the First Scholars, her in-game guild populated by real players. The whole thing is so damn charming. It's basically Dot Hack Sign. I'm sorry. You can actually, like, watch the trailer for this thing. This literally, the plot of this sounds like Dot Hack Sign. It almost sounds like the people that created it watched Dot Hack Sign, took the premise from that, but tweaked it a bit to make it unique. And I'm not arguing with that, basically, because I saw the trailer. The trailer does look pretty badass. Yeah, no, I'm not going to argue that. So basically, back when the author and their buddy played it on their computers, developer Radical Fish Games had no plans to release the sprawling epic on consoles, which was odd, as it's perfect console fare. The 2D pixel graphics are endearing but not demanding of hardware. The ability to save anywhere and teleport to waypoints instantaneously are both very console friendly, especially if the console in question is the particularly portable Switch. Yes, you know, Nintendo's answer to all your problems. Oh, I'm having a horrible day. Here, have a Switch. I'm having such a bad life. Introducing the Nintendo Switch Lite. I can't afford the Nintendo Switch. Hey, have the Switch Lite. It's cheaper than the Switch and all the same goodies. You just can't remove the Joy-Cons, but you won't worry about that. I'm sorry, I could just done the commercials for him. Yeah, okay, alright, who am I kidding? They wouldn't have taken my commercials. But still, yeah, the game apparently isn't very hardware demanding. It's basically like a low-tier game. And I remember watching, years ago, there's like a 4-part video somebody did on YouTube, a lot of games you could download that were free to play. You could download them for free that were not demanding on your hard drive, and they weren't like demanding on your CPU or your hardware or anything like that. A couple of them actually interested me. I have never been able to find that list though again. I have searched high and low on YouTube for it. I have not been able to find it again because I wanted to know if I could. I wanted to get the name of the one. It was like a robot one, and I kind of thought, hey, I could get this from my laptop, or just store on like a SD card or something and hold on to, but I cannot find that list to save my life now, and it bothers me. But yeah, fortunately, ports were announced in early January of last year, and after the slight delay, they're just about here. So not only does Crosscode go live for the PlayStation 4, Switch, and Xbox One on July 9th, which was basically Thursday, it's also part of Xbox Game Pass, so subscribers to Microsoft's game service get it for free. Yes, because they're subscribed to a pass that they're paying money to a month. Anybody else see an issue with that? I mean, I'm not gonna lie about it. The trailer looks really good for it. The graphics in it look pretty badass for a retro style game. I appreciate it. It definitely looks pretty cool. The boss monsters look pretty badass. It's an overhead view too, which is really cool. I like it. From what I've seen of it, this is pretty cool. If you get a chance to play it, go for it. I don't know what it costs. I'm not going to try to look into that because it might be different depending upon which console, because one console could have it for this much, one could have it for this much. I don't know. So, yeah, or just play for the PC. This would work for a good console game. Worst case scenario, just play for the PC. It might just be the same thing, but still, I like it. I think this is pretty cool. Check it out if you get a chance. Watch the trailer and the article. It's actually a YouTube video, so it's really interesting. But yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about this. This is actually pretty cool. The plot, though, seems more like a ripoff of Dot Hack, but then again, SAO was a ripoff of Dot Hack, in a way. I mean, you seriously sit there and think about it. None of the characters in Aincrad could log out. In Dot Hack Sign, Tsubasa couldn't log out. She was stuck in the game. So, yeah, it's not a total love loss there. But, yeah, so it's a ripoff. Everything's a ripoff of something or other. There's no original ideas anymore. They don't exist. Everything is a ripoff of something else. So, but yeah, I do think this is pretty cool. Does look pretty neat. So if you get a chance to play it, I recommend check it out. Actually, it does. It seems pretty cool. Alright, so 2020 has not exactly been the greatest of years so far. I mean, this one's pretty much up there with, well, 2012, when the Mayans were predicting the world was coming to an end and everybody was persistent it was going to happen. Or even back to the year 2000 with the Y2K bullshit. But, yes, 2020 has not been good so far. But here's some buzzwords. More like watchwords around anime fans. So, yeah, most people are already done. We're just basically hoping we can just, forego the remainder of the year, just start over now, 2021. But, no, we're not going to get that point. We're not going to have that chance. So here are the watchwords, basically, or the buzzwords. Let's just go with watchwords. Yeah, let's just go with watchwords, or words that will piss off people. In regards to what you don't want to say around anime fans. Basically, the buzzwords for them, the top 3. And first off, I find this interesting because I could believe like every single one of these. Hands down. So, coming in at number 3 is something that we have heard so much right now, courtesy of the pandemic, and that is broadcast delay. Yeah, hopefully we won't be hearing much more about it anymore, but not holding our breaths either. Coming up second is a series of words that also serves as the catchphrase for Princess Connect redives Preconia. It's Yaba Detsu ni, or how crazy is that? Yeah, I can get behind that, especially for how nuts 2020, isn't it? It's like, well, how crazy is that? Yeah, it's freaking crazy. I mean, I've been hearing a lot of people complain about that. Well, how crazy is it we got to do this now? Yeah, that's crazy. And it's like, I just ignore it. But yeah, so far, I agree with the two of them. Broadcast delay. Yeah, I know that. Broadcast delay, definitely. How crazy is that? Just go away. Just but coming in at number 1, and this is really good. Breathing style. Yeah, I can actually say this being a watchword too, or at least a buzzword too. Anyway, I say they say buzzwords. I'm saying watchwords. So this one comes from all the different breathing styles or swordsmanship styles taught and used by Demon Slayer Corps in the Demon Slayer series. So seeing as how the series just couldn't stay out of the news even well after its season came to an end, so surprised that something Demon Slayer related made it onto a top list of anything. But aside from the first half of 2020 basically being a dumpster fire, what other words or phrases would you associate with the first half of 2020? Dumpster fire, peaceful in a way, stressful, annoying, whining, gimme, well, we gotta, this is stupid. I'm already up to 8, now having a blast here. Let's see, we got, this is stupid was number 8. I'm pissed is number 9. I need booze, definitely coming number 10. My kids are annoying me. Yeah, that's number 11. Closed is number 12. Canceled, number 13. Canceled, definitely. That should have been a buzzword, definitely. Broadcasting delay is number 3 on their list. Canceled should have been up there, too. Well, this convention's canceled. This convention's canceled. This is canceled. This is canceled. A lot of the conventions going online, but still, that would be a watch list. We're up to 13. Canceled was 13. Oh, Lord. I can think of a whole bunch. We don't have this. It's not in stock. We have no toilet paper or paper towels. Sold out. Limit 1 per. Those are some words and phrases that I can associate with the first half of 2020 so far. Yeah, that's a lot. That's like a lot I can associate with it. Sleeping in. Work from home. Furloughed. Yeah, there you go. Furloughed. That's what I was for 3 months. For a little over 3 months. Furloughed. Masks. Quarantine. There you go. Hey, that's number 1. Quarantine. That's the first half of 2020. What word or phrase would you best use to describe the first half of 2020? Quarantine. Well, it's true. Well, it's true. But yeah, those are just the anime buzzwords. Man. I just went with like everything on here. But yeah, broadcast delay, definitely, because I know a lot of stuff did get delayed. Honestly, that gave a lot of people, in my opinion, a chance to really catch up on stuff that they hadn't seen yet. Catch back up so that they're up to speed when the new episodes drop. I mean, I was actually watching Tower of God, and then I kept honestly forgetting about it because it comes out on a Wednesday, and I'm like 5 to 7 episodes behind now. Maybe even 8, I don't even know. And I'm just waiting for a moment to just binge watch it to catch up. Fire Force restarted recently. I know One Piece restarted, but I haven't watched either of the new episodes yet of that. I've been getting into Ultraman, so there's that. But still, yeah, those are definitely some watchwords and buzzwords, basically. But watchword, at least one of those is a watchword for anime fans now would be broadcast delay. Not again. Yeah, I mean it happens, folks, but you can't prevent this stuff from happening. You know, shit happens. But no, I like that closed. Cancels quarantine. I could just rattle off words, and every single one of them would probably be dead on accurate. Alright, so Tokusatsu is a humongous moneymaker at this point. I mean, with the Super Sentai series, Kamen Rider, Gridman, Ultraman, Godzilla, most of the Tokusatsu stuff, you will find there is a bank load of money behind it. And I know Shout Factory had like a lot of like the Sentai stuff up. They actually put out a thing that they don't have the licenses for it anymore, so they can't put any new ones up. So the last one they put up was Ninja. Oh no, Hurricane. That's right. Well, it was close. It was a ninja themed one. It was Hurricane. Was the last one that they put up, which sucks because they're like one off of Abba Ranger. Yeah, I mean, I would have at least given them the licensing rights up to at least Gokaiger, because Gokaiger would have been the one that I would see going, okay, that one's the one I'm not going to give you the full rights on, but I would have at least given Shout Factory the ability to put up at least to Gokaiger. Then you could have at least done that. And I know I saw a thing today on Twitter. Somebody was like, they're getting ready to watch Power Rangers Megaforce and Super Megaforce, and they apparently live over in Japan. And the one person's like, I want to know what your reaction is. You got to record your reaction to that when you see how badly they butchered this. And I just left the reply. I'm like, I pity you. You're like, you're watching this. I pity you. You have my utmost pity. You all know how I feel about that, about those two shows, Power Rangers related, the original, yeah. But, oh boy, this was fun. So, here we go with, oh yes, this is fun. So, Shout Factory, though, is set to stream Mill Creek Entertainment's entire Ultraman library. It's 1,100 plus episodes, 20 movies. It's going to stream in North America. So for once, we're actually going to be getting it. This isn't going to be a Japan-only type of deal. We're actually getting our hands on being able to watch this time. So Shout Factory announced on Friday that it has licensed U.S. home video distribution company Mill Creek Entertainment's Ultraman library for streaming in North America. Shout Factory and its streaming service Shout Factory TV acquired exclusive SVOD and AVOD digital rights for the collection of more than 1,100 episodes and 20 movies in the US and Canada. So, yeah, everybody in North America is going to get a chance to watch this. All right. I can watch some Ultraman. I can really go through and find the ones that I like, especially now, because I think I'm kind of like in the anniversary-ish one, I think, because I've started watching Ultraman Z, or as they call it, Ultraman Z. I started watching that, and I've fallen in love with that. I got up really early one Saturday morning because I couldn't sleep, surfing YouTube. I came upon it, and now it's pretty much a ritual. I almost have to get up at that time to watch it. I can't watch it the Friday night when it premieres on the YouTube channel. I actually have to watch it at that particular time on a Saturday morning, because it almost feels like, it almost feels like it's a ritual at this point. And it's only been like 4 episodes. It feels like it's a ritual at this point, because I just fell in love with the show. It was good. So, Shout Factory TV is planning an aggressive rollout of the Ultraman properties on its Tokushoutsu channel this year, which I gotta see if that is, I gotta jot that one down, because I gotta see if that's actually on my Roku player or not. I mean, well, right now we're binge watching Knight Rider, but just like to have something in general, like a backup then for down the road, but still. So the license covers works including, and I quote here, this is an entire list. You have Ultra Q, Ultraman, Ultra 7, Return of Ultraman, Ultraman Ace, Ultraman Taro, Ultraman Gaia, The Battle in Hyperspace, Ultraman Cosmos, Ultraman Nexus, Ultraman Max, Ultraman Mebius, Ultraman Mebius and Ultraman Brothers, Mega Monster Battle Ultra Galaxy the movie, Ultraman Saga, Ultraman Ginga, Ultraman Ginga S, Ultraman X, Ultraman Orb, and Ultraman Greed. That's a fucking huge list of. I mean, I didn't see Ultraman Taiga. I thought then again, Taiga might have been something else. I just remember Ultraman Taiga was like that was the very first Ultraman series that I ever saw, was Ultraman Taiga. And I know that I can pull up, well, let me rephrase that. I know on the official YouTube channel that they started re-airing the original Ultraman. Sadly, I cannot watch that in the States. However, I can watch some of the other Ultraman series, including Ultraman Z, here in the States via the official Ultraman YouTube channel. Which I still swear the Sentai got to get their own channel like that, the official Sentai channel. Then they'll get a lot more views. I mean, loads more. But Mill Creek Entertainment and UK distribution company Indigo Entertainment announced their license of most of the Ultraman Tokusatsu franchise for both physical and digital distribution back in July of last year. Mill Creek noted that its license includes classic television series remastered in HD, as well as recent films and series, including almost everything produced in the last 50 years for the franchise. Notice how they say almost everything, which means there's probably a couple that I don't know the whole history, so I can't really say whether or not they'll have it all. You have the Ultraman Taiga series premiered on TV Tokyo in July of last year and ended in December. The show is the seventh consecutive new generation hero series in the Ultraman franchise. I'm gonna mispronounce this, I know it. The Geki Joban Ultraman Taiga New Gen Climax film serves as the finale for the story, and it will open on August 7th in Japan after a COVID-19 delay. Ultraman Z, though, is the newest, that is the newest one. Premiered on June 20th. Subaraya Productions is streaming the series with English subtitles as it airs in Japan, courtesy of the YouTube channel, because that's how I've been watching it, baby! Alright, like I admit, Ultraman Z is pretty cool, though. I have watched that, but being able to watch a lot of the other Ultraman ones isn't too bad. I remember I got a DVD set of like the original Ultraman series, and I didn't like it. The original one sucked. It felt so forced, just so. I knew I was gonna sneeze. So bad. It was like old school Godzilla, but much worse. And the newer ones just got better. It almost seemed like the original one just didn't age well to me, and I like the newer ones better, so I won't deny that. I'm more of a newer type fan. But yeah, this is exciting, especially for the fact that Shout Factory is going to stream this. So it means that they're going to give you, most of them. And I know that Shout Factory had Ultraman Leo, I think it was, already. And I don't think they have that one on. No, they don't have that one on here yet. Because they had that one already. Because I remember thinking, oh, here, let me try watching an episode of this. Okay, yeah, no. I think they actually might have the original Ultraman on there too, but I'd have to double check. I mostly stopped checking, because I would check Shout Factory TV like every month to see if they have like a new Sentai series, and then I read the thing that they no longer have the license to air, to get newer ones, and what they have on there is what they have for now until they have to take it off, so I don't know how long that's going to be. Which sucks, because that was a really good way to rewatch a lot of those old Sentai shows. But, yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. Like, that's why I said, the Sentai series has to get their own. Toei's really got to get off their ass and put out a Toei Super Sentai YouTube channel and have the ability to show all of them on there with ads. You will get a lot of views. I guarantee it. But, yeah, so if you're looking forward to this, it's coming I'm looking forward to it. I mean, like I said, I just started getting back into Ultraman, so I'm really looking forward to this. This has my attention. I will be on the lookout and keep my eyes peeled for this, definitely. Okay, so if you were a fan of Trigger's SSSS.Gridman series when it was airing in the US and we're looking for the manga and we're hoping that the Akane manga spinoff was going to be that stepping stone that you wanted to really enjoy it, well, unfortunately, you're not going to get it. It has been canceled. The reason isn't because of, I can safely say this. According to the article, it has nothing to do with COVID. It has nothing to do with licensing rights or anything like that. They just could not come on a direction for it. They could not figure out a direction for it. Oh, great. How is it the freaking neighbors are still shooting fireworks off? All right. Oh, it's a random podcast. Anything can happen. My neighbors are still shooting off fireworks. It's a week after the 4th. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you people? But I'm sorry. I just heard the explosions in the background. Just didn't know if they were audible or not. So manga creator Shun Kazakami announced on their Twitter account Wednesday that their planned manga spinoff for Trigger's Gridman series, I'm not going to go through the whole SSS thing again, has been canceled due to differences on the direction for the manga story. Kazakami added that they had been struggling with the manga for over a year, but to no avail. And he apologized for the manga's cancellation. The planned manga would have centered around the character of Akane Shinjo. If you remember right, she was the one that created the monsters that Alexis Kreb would make into the actual monsters. And she was basically the Malcolm Frink of the series, basically. Let's just put it that way. She was the Malcolm Frink. And yes, I'm talking about Superhuman Samurai, but you get the point. The 12-episode Gridman anime premiered in October of 2018. It became one of my favorite series, by the way. Crunchyroll and Funimation streamed the anime as it aired. It was beautiful. Funimation also streamed an English dub for the anime, which was also good. Pony Canyon and Subaraya Productions announced in December that Trigger will animate the new SSSS Dana Zeon anime project. The anime is listed as being part of the Gridman universe. Haven't heard anything new about that because of delays and everything else. Kazakame launched the Ultra Kaiju Humanization Project, or Ultra Kaiju Gijinka Kikatsu Feet Pop Comic Code manga in well, it's basically launched in Young Champion magazine in 2015. It ended on January 14th. The seventh final volume will ship on March 19th. Well, it's past already. Seven Seas Entertainment is releasing the series in English. It is released. And it released the 4th volume on February 25th. Designer Pop is credited with planning the original character design, and Suburaya Productions is credited with the original work. And so there's an actual manga out. I'm going to have to check that out. First off, let me just state the following. I loved Gridman's anime series. I loved Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Gridman was really good. I loved this Gridman series. I'm actually kind of looking forward to the next one. I really am. I'm looking forward to it. So this does kind of sadden me a bit that we're not going to get the spin-off manga that's going to focus on Akane. I would have thought that when they announced it, that it was just going to be like explaining her backstory, and then better yet, just explaining what she's doing now since the end of the series. Because when she left at the end, she went back to her world. That was her entire thing. She couldn't stay in the human world anymore because she felt responsible for everything that had happened. She figured she could no longer be God there, as it was, and basically decided to leave. And it's like, well, it's kind of sad, but, it was what it was. But still, I kind of would have thought they would have just up and done just like here's like the backstory that led to her meeting Alexis Kreb, and maybe she like teams up with, maybe Gridman, keeps an eye on her, and she helps Gridman out from time to time with something. Or maybe she's going around and she found another place that's similar. She decided to make that home, and she longs to to meet back up with everybody. And it's set like years after her basic, like years after the series, basically. So like we're talking a few, like maybe 20 some years, and she figures that maybe now's good enough time she could come back. I thought it would have been something like that. So yeah, it does kind of suck that it's canceled, but I respect the fact that they're just not canceling it for no apparent reason. If they're struggled on a direction for over a year, that's actually a good reason to decide not to do it. Because if you feel like you're forcing a story that shouldn't be there with one that should be there, that could cause some issues. And yeah, I respect that. I really do. So they get my respect for that. But otherwise, it sucks. I mean, I was kind of hoping it would have stuck around a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I understand why they're doing it. I understand why it is the way it is. But still, it does suck. But, I mean, if you were looking forward to it, it sucks, I know. But, hey, you'll always have the Gridman series. The 12 episodes that made up Gridman. You want to know what I'd like? A full-on movie. I mean, if we had that special that kind of relaunched and revitalized the franchise, that, Boys Who Invent Great Heroes short, why can't we get a like a movie or something and have it take place years later, and there you can reintroduce Akane, sort of like, okay, there was something that I kind of forgot, or this is my mess and I should clean it up, and then you just have the others going, no, it's not just your mess, it's our mess too, we'll clean it up together, have something like that. Whether or not that's something they could do, I don't know. But either way, I was excited for the series when it came out. When I heard about the manga, I was like, oh, this could be cool and interesting. And now it's just like, meh. I'm a little bummed that it's not going to happen. But, it is what it is. You can't stop something from not happening just because you want it to happen. It doesn't work like that. But it sucks, but, what are you going to do? Alright, so just when I needed another reason to hate HBO Max, I was like, it's not bad enough that it basically is living to the bar with a majority of Cartoon Network's properties. They're dragging and shoving a whole bunch of stuff over there, and not to mention so many other things. Now they're going to go the route of Netflix that Netflix took. They're going anime here. The least they could have done was gone Shinzo, I guess, but no, they're going freaking anime. So HBO Max streaming service launched with 17 TV anime, 21 Studio Ghibli films on May 27th. And now they're adding to their already illustrious list by including Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, Food Wars, the fourth plate, so basically I think the fourth season, and Tower of God. This is insanity. They've added this shit. This bothers the living crap out of me. And I don't know why this bothers me. The service added all 37 episodes of Death Note on June 16th. The first 99 episodes of the 2011 Hunter x Hunter series, June 23rd. Food Wars got added on June 30th. And the service added Tower of God on June 19th. It is adding episodes on a delayed schedule after they premiered on Crunchyroll. What in the whole... Sorry, so this... And by the way, this article actually came out today. I'm not even joking on this. This article came out today. The date on the article from Anime News Network is posted on 7/11/2020. Okay? At 7 a.m. in the morning. And this shit's already been out now for a little less than a month. This is insanity. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not down with this, first off. we saw what happens when the streaming services like HBO Max and Netflix get their hands on anime. Let's take a good backwards look at what happened with Neon Genesis Evangelion on Netflix. They butchered the hell out of that show. They butchered it. Fans were not happy about it. And now HBO Max is taking... First off, you can gladly take Death Note, shove it up your ass. I don't care. I watched it. I understand the premise of it. I'm not a fan of it. Death Note is one of those you have to have at least X amount of anime series under your belt before you even attempt to watch. That is my opinion of Death Note. But I'll go into more detail when I actually review it. But yeah, for Death Note, that's fine. For Hunter x Hunter, leave it the fuck alone, okay? It is bad enough that Hunter x Hunter gets screwed over so much people complain about it, or the fact that most of the time you can only find it subbed, but Tubi has it up for free. You can literally watch every episode of the 2011 version of Hunter x Hunter, including the Chimera Ant arc and the Election arc, both of which were solely added for the 2011 version. Okay? Because if you remember my review of the 1999 Hunter x Hunter series, it lasted until the OVA, which took place on Greed Island. The Greed Island arc was the OVA. Once that was over, that's it. That was where the series ended. The 2011 version followed pretty much that up to a point, added in the OVA to the actual series, and then you got the Chimera Ant arc, which I'm not a huge fan of, and the Election arc. Okay? So, first off, leave Hunter x Hunter the fuck alone. For God's sake, leave it the fuck alone. There's that. You can gladly screw with Food Wars till hell freezes over. I don't care. And Tower of God literally just started literally this year. So this was basically, in my opinion, HBO Max just looked at this and said, hey, this is a new series that just started. We want to get this. So my guess is they're getting all these from Crunchyroll, and Crunchyroll is probably like, look, we're not just going to give you our most popular series right off the bat. No way in hell are we that stupid. And they probably looked at him and said, well, how about you throw in this, and this as well? Okay, yeah, we can do that. Because if you remember, Tower of God was one of the few series from Webtoons that got a deal with Crunchyroll to turn into an anime series. The God of High School was another one, which I have not yet watched. I heard it's pretty good. But, yeah. But here's the list, apparently. So, the anime from Crunchyroll that debuted as launch titles on HBO Max include... And this is where I'm going to start cringing and crying a bit. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. No. Why? Look, that was the better version of FMA. What the hell? Ray Zero, Standing Life in Another World, Director's Cut, including the OVA. In Spectra, you have Keep Your Hands Off Izuken, Rurouni Kenshin. I'm weeping at that one right now, too. Konosuba, The God's Blessing in This Wonderful World, Seasons 1 and 2. Bungo, Stray Dogs, Seasons 1 through 3. Berserk, Seasons 1 through 2. I love this. Kabanari of the Iron Fortress. Kill La Kill. Show didn't even get a decent chance to become a cult classic before HBO had to grab it. Your Lie in April, Erased. Seriously? Look, there is a streaming platform for anime. HBO Max should not be that. If you needed anime, I think I'm like halfway through this list. If you need anime to help bolster your ass, and you're fucking up big time. I'm sorry. That's where I stand on that. Okay, so we had Erased. Keys and Neighbor. Schwartz Markin, 91 Days. The Testament of Sister New Devil Seasons 1 through 2, and Roka, Braves of the Six Flowers. But on top of, those good anime, on top of some of the good anime series that they do have that they are basically watering down, living to the barn, and shoving behind a paywall, do you figure Crunchyroll sticks their stuff behind a paywall, but you can still watch it then for free? So it's not really a bad thing? I mean, okay, yeah, sure, you can pay what Crunchyroll wants you to pay a month, but that basically eliminates ads. Or you just wait and watch it for free. No ads. That's what I would fucking do. You still get to watch it, so you just have to wait a week. That's all. Who the hell cares? Just wait the damn week. But on top of all of those anime that they are airing, including the 4 that this topic's dealing with, they also are streaming the entire Studio Ghibli library of 21 feature films. And this marks the first time Studio Ghibli films will stream on any platform. Now, while I'm happy that they're streaming and that you can watch them, why does it gotta be HBO Max? And I think I made that comment before. Why did it have to be HBO Max? But you basically have, and I quote, some of the ones here. Spirited Away, one of my favorites. My Neighbor Totoro, Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle, Kiki's Delivery Service, another one of my favorites. Ponyo, my 3rd favorite. They have my top 3! What the hell? Castle in the Sky, The Tale of Princess Kaguya, and other films debuted at launch. Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and Rooster Teeth have their shit on here as well. Crunchyroll confirmed that only select content from Crunchyroll will be available on HBO Max. Crunchyroll's own platform will remain as the only service to offer the company's full library. You just got yourself 2 rungs out of the shit box there, Crunchyroll. I mean that. You just literally pulled yourself 2 rungs out of the shit box. Wow. Cartoon Network and Adult Swim can go fuck themselves. They shoved their shit on there in a moment. Rooster Teeth I can understand because they really... They're hurting. They're hurting. That I understand. But Cartoon Network and Adult Swim, they just did that to boost their ratings and just shove stuff on there. But at least Crunchyroll confirmed it. So yay, you pulled yourself 2 rungs out of the shit box. But if this interests you, this entire library can be yours to view streaming-wise for a mere $14.99 a month. The service will eventually offer about 10,000 hours of content. It will feature content from other Warner Media brands such as Warner Brothers, New Line, DC Entertainment, CNN, TNT, TBS, True TV, The CW, Turner Classic Movies, and Looney Tunes. Warner Media announced a reorganization of its division in March of 2019 that brought many of its subsidiaries and brands, including Otter Media, Elation, Crunchyroll, Rooster Teeth, Verve, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and Boomerang into a single global kids and young adults unit. That was their biggest mistake they ever made in their lives, and it will come back to bite them squarely in the ass, mark my words. They will not get away with it for long. It will come back to bite them square in the ass. I cannot deny that. So, yeah, if I needed another reason to hate HBO Max, now I have it. They're gonna basically butcher Hunter x Hunter. I could pull it up on Tubi for free. Why? Unless it's dubbed. I mean, if it's dubbed, then that's slightly leaning it a little better. But I'll take it subbed if I can watch it for free. If it's gonna literally come down to a thing of dollars and cents, or hell, even better, you're asking the same price that Crunchyroll's asking a month for subscription, and if you just want to watch anime, just go to Crunchyroll. That would be so much easier. But no, because Crunchyroll is owned by Warner Brothers and Warner Media and all the fun subsidiaries that happen, this is why a monopoly doesn't work, boys and girls. It screws things up and screws people over down the road. You will get screwed, you will get owned, you will get pwned, and this is what happens when you don't go home and cry. Well, I'm crying over Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood being on that. I like that series. Thank you, HBO Max. Now you have that one. Every time I hear about an anime series going to a streaming service like Netflix or HBO Max, I start to cringe a little. And then after the whole debacle with Neon Genesis Evangelion, I practically start tearing up because I'm worried then that they're going to butcher the anime that they're getting their hands on because they want to make it so that it'll suit them. I don't even know where to go with this. I honestly don't. It hurts me. It hurts so much it isn't funny. It's just... Oh, God, it sucks so bad. Alright, so here's something that definitely got my attention. So a new Zoids Wild game is making its way to the West. Now, for those of you that don't know what Zoids Wild is, it is the newest addition to the Zoids franchise. And it's... I'm trying to figure out a good way to word this here. I mean, I liked how Zoids was when you piloted the Zoid by getting inside the cockpit. And now we've done away with the cockpits and mostly go with they're riding them. Like they're just animals, like horses and, yeah, they're just riding them. Okay, sure, why the hell not? So fans of the Zoids multimedia franchise are in for a treat later this year because one of Japan's Zoids games is going to be coming out in English. Oh, I hear the choir of angels suddenly singing. It's like a magical thing. Tomy and Outright Games announced plans to bring Zoids Wild Blast Unleashed over to Nintendo Switch in the West. Yeah, okay, cool. I had no issue with that. So you look forward to hit the shelves on October 16th. So we're finally getting a new Zoids game. I remember when this got announced, I was kind of ecstatic for it. I thought this was pretty cool. And I'm like, yeah, watch it only be in Japan only. And yeah, it was only in Japan, which did piss me off. And now it's like, oh yeah, no, now it's coming out. It's going to be out in English. You're going to get a chance to now see it in English and play it in English. I'm down for that. Of course, via Nintendo eShop price, it's going to be like a download only. So what does it feature, though? You go head-to-head, compete in 1v1 matches with mech battles and breathtaking 3D combat. Enter the Zoids universe. Play as a large cast of Zoids characters with faithful visuals. New story. Join the war between factions and discover a new Zoid subspecies. 2-player action to test your skill against other players and sample controls. Easily chain moves and devastate opponents with your final blast. Yeah, look, I mean, I watched Zoids Wild. I think I got like episode 5 or no, it was episode 6 because I had to watch episode 6 raw. I couldn't find it subbed. It wasn't bad. I thought it was really good. Of course, yes, it's gonna have the whole little till you get used to it, but I never got a chance to get used to it because I couldn't find anything after episode 6 that was subbed. And I had to watch episode 6 raw because I couldn't find it subbed, and it annoyed the crap out of me. But, yeah, no, I like the series. The fact that we're getting a new Zoids game definitely intrigues me because, we've needed a new Zoids game. The last one I remember playing was the one for the GameCube, Zoids Battle Legend. I remember the Game Boy Advance one though. That was one of my favorites. What was that? Zoids something or other for the Game Boy Advance. I played that. I loved that game. That was fun. Mostly because I remember it was like a Saturday afternoon, and I'm basically trying to take on the one story mission that was up to that part where you had to control one of the Zoids. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to take Liger Zero out for a spin. Because I'm like, I have always wanted to pilot Liger Zero from, New Century Zero. And I'm like, no, I want to pilot Liger Zero. I'm going to pilot Liger Zero. With the CAS system, I'm going to pilot it. I was holding my own. And I didn't even realize it. As I'm actually battling in the game, I'm like, I'm holding my own. And that was the one that was sort of, had the battle system like the Super Robot Tyson games. Yeah, so that was pretty fun. But I remember doing the CAS armor change, and I was like, this is really cool. I was having a blast, as I was literally just holding my own against them. Against the opponent. It was just one opponent, I'm holding my own. I'm like, yeah, this is fun. So a whole new Zoids game allow people to have that same fun. And plus, this also brings upon my constant, Japan always gets the good shit. Well, now we're finally going to get a chance to get the good shit. They're giving us a taste. Why can't more stuff like that happen? I mean, I would have loved to have played another Century episode, like Ace games. I would have loved to have played, Tales of Symphonia on the PlayStation 2. That was a Japan-only release. I got it for the GameCube, though. I would have loved to play a lot of games that were only released in Japan, never saw the light of day here in the States. I would have loved to have played a lot of them. I mean, there was a Code Geass game that looked like it was a lot of fun, but it was only released in Japan. So, but yeah, this is interesting, especially for the fact that we're actually going to be getting it. It's coming out October 16th. So keep your eyes peeled, keep some money in your wallets, and pick it up when you get a chance. This might actually be worth it. I mean, it could suck, but, it's a Zoids game. The first one we're getting in a long while for a console here in the West. I would take this opportunity and not look a gift horse in the mouth, basically. Okay, so this is definitely like a blast from the past here, and it's going to be coming to the Switch, iOS, and Android devices this fall. So, for those of you out there that may remember Koei Tecmo's Monster Rancher, or as it was known over in the Eastern Civilization, Monster Farm, the franchise revealed on Tuesday that they are releasing a port of Monster Rancher 2 for the Nintendo Switch, iOS, and Android devices this fall. This is actually pretty cool. First off, I remember Monster Rancher. I remember watching Monster Rancher on, that would have been Fox Family, I think. Yeah, I think it was Fox Family or ABC Family, whatever. I remember watching it. It wasn't a bad show. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Never actually finished it. But it was still interesting. And I do remember playing the one game for the Game Boy Advance. I never beat it, because there was a damn glitch in it that prevented you from actually competing in the one tournament you had to compete in. And it kept glitching out on me and refused to load. Not to mention the fact that you need to track down this creature and destroy it in the woods. That was total bullshit. That game was, was it weird and stupid, but still. Now it's just weird and stupid. But the release will include new elements as well as improvements, though, based on the results of a previous Twitter campaign. So apparently, you're gonna get more information would have been released. It probably is down like in a update or something. I don't know. Okay, no, there's no update. This is the Anime News Network site. Kotaku, they usually do that. So this week's issue of Kadokawa Game Linkage Weekly, Famitsu Magazine, will reveal more information on Thursday, so we just didn't get any more information yet. So Monster Rancher 2 features more than 400 monsters, and it debuted on the PlayStation in Japan February of 1999. The game then launched in North America in August of 1999 and in Europe in October of 2000. Koei Tecmo released a port of the original Monster Rancher game in Japan for iOS and Android devices on November 28th and for Switch on December 19th. The first game in the Monster Rancher series debuted for the PlayStation console in 1997. The game tasks players with raising a variety of monsters to fight in tournaments. No shit. With the I love this. With the game deciding how to raise the monster, which then determines how the monsters fight. A notable feature of many games in the series is the ability to generate a random monster dependent upon discs that the player provides for the game to read. The most recent entry in the series is My Monster Rancher, a smartphone game that debuted in 2011. I remember the Game Boy Advance one that I played, you just type in a code. But I remember reading about with the original PlayStation one, there was a thing where you would go to the shrine and you would activate the shrine and they would tell you to open up your console. You would pull the disc out, you could put like a CD in, and it would read that, generate the monster, then tell you to put the game disc back in. So that was really cool. I'm not gonna lie, that was a neat feature. I wish we could have got games like that later on, but still. The game series inspired a 73-episode television anime that ran from 1999 to 2001. Like I said, I had no issue with this show. I just never really, I never remember seeing it end. I just remember some of my favorite characters, like Suezo, Golem, Tiger. Pixie was one of my favorites. I thought she was pretty interesting for character development in that. She was evil and then she turned good. Mochi was interesting. I won't lie about that, but still, there were some interesting, yeah, we'll just go with interesting. There were some interesting creatures that I remember, but I never played one outside of that Game Boy Advance one. I just remember getting Mochi, Suezo, the different forms of Suezo, a couple different Mochis, that Garu one that was like version exclusive because it was originally made for that. Some dragon. I never got that Joker thing. I don't remember getting it. The game was interesting, but there was just that glitch that kept preventing me from finishing the damn thing, because the one tournament that you needed to win in order to progress further was held like the third week of the 1 month. And when you go to do it, and every time I would go to do it, the game screen would go black, and that was it. It basically went black so that it would change over to the next scene, and that was it. Nothing. You got absolutely, positively nothing. You just heard the music playing, and I'm like, where's the... I actually kept it going for like a good 20 minutes the one time, and I got nowhere fast. And I was like, okay, it glitched. I was pissed. I never figured out what the issue was. I could never figure it out. I don't think anybody that I talked to about it ever could either. It was just one of those weird little mysteries in life that you'll never get solved no matter how hard you try. But still, it's interesting that we're getting a port for it. Hopefully it'll be in English. Hopefully we'll actually get it, and it won't just be a Japan exclusive only thing, but you never know. I mean, we can't be lucky like we were with the Zoids game. We may only get one decent thing at a time. Still, though, Monster Rancher was a good series. I mean, I wouldn't mind a reboot of that. They could reboot Monster Rancher. I'd be all for that. It didn't technically... I don't remember how it ended, really, and the animation and art style could definitely go up to the next level. So, yeah, I'd be all for a remake of that. But still... it is what it is. Hopefully it'll revitalize the franchise. We might get more stuff, but who knows. Alrighty, everybody, and that's going to pretty much do it then this week for the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. I'd like to thank everybody out there, though, for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, bang on the bell icon, so you can be notified when new videos drop. Don't forget to submit your questions for the Q&A for July. I think it's 18 questions so far, and I'm always looking forward to getting more from everybody else prior to the cutoff, which I did make the announcement of as being the 27th. I was pretty sure it was the 27th. Let me double check my calendar here. See, I have a calendar on my computer. Yes, 27th, because I can record it either the 27th because I can either record it the 27th that night or record on the 28th and have it up by Thursday if possible. So yes, okay. So make sure you have your questions in by then, unless I have to change the date, in which case I will let everybody know if I have to. So keep your eyes peeled here on the YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes. This has been the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. I'm out of topics. I'm out of time. I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful week. A pleasant dream. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Until next time. Bye, everybody.